Hello and welcome to Dice Masters United. I'm Spug.
I'm Ben.
I'm James.
And I'm Peter.
Coming up in this episode,
Superman Kryptonite Crisis is upon us.
So, it's time for us to start our walkthrough of every card in the set, starting with the commons.
Which are the must-haves, the so-sos, and those that are only worth talking about for the art?
All that and more in the latest episode of Dice Masters United.
I'm Batman.
wait, was that supposed to be Batman?
That was just my voice. I'll be talking like that all the time.
I only ever work in black and occasionally very, very dark grey.
Yeah. Okay, I think there's more than enough of that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to, well, maybe this is Arkham Asylum, and we hadn't actually realised that we've stepped into it. Welcome back to another episode of Dice Masters United. It's really good to have you with us. This is episode 56, can you believe, since we started this little podcast, and it's really exciting that we are starting our Superman Kryptonite Crisis review tonight. Ooh. Who'd have thought it? It feels like about 7 years ago that we did Infinity Gauntlet, and then suddenly, boom, we're on to Dark Phoenix, and then actually we meant to start this a couple of weeks ago, but then there were other things that were happening in between with the Secret Wars redesign stuff and then rotation that just kind of got in the way. But now we finally get the chance to talk about Superman Kryptonite Crisis expansion. It's really great, and people have got it in their hands as well.
It does feel very daunting though, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, I don't know about anyone of you, but this set in particular, I think after the back of Dark Phoenix saga, and everything being rotated out, it feels like a fresh start and a bit of a
whole new world.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know what stuff in Infinity Gauntlet does, let alone
I know.
These two new sets.
I mean, you've had a bit of time for Infinity Gauntlet, but Dark Phoenix, maybe you can be forgiven for being a little bit more.
I heard Kang's good. Is that true?
Yeah, he got even better.
In draft, he rocks. Yeah. No, you're totally right. It does very much feel like we are in a new era with two sets coming out at once, and then everything else kind of rotating out, leaving us, well, almost naked for a lack of serious.
And these are huge sets as well. There's a lot of cards.
Have you been wearing the old cards as underpants, Mike?
Haven't you?
Some of these cards are only suitable for that purpose, yes.
Yeah. That is true. Well, Superman, I keep want to say Supermite. He's not Supermite. He's Superman Kryptonite Crisis. That's the way to say it. SKC. Should we just call it SKC? That's not even that much easier to say. But Superman Kryptonite Crisis is upon us. So we are starting our review. And first thing we should mention is if you want to see some unboxing action, if you haven't been able to get your hands on any SKC stuff yourself yet, and you fancy watching somebody else open some boxes, James, what did we do this week?
We did a video. Not before time. I personally was lucky enough to receive, on behalf of DMU, some marketing samples for the first time ever. It's a dream come true. Thank you, Jimmy. So we got a whole display of Kryptonite Crisis, and we unboxed it, or I physically unboxed it, and Spug lent moral support and team builder references. And it was a lot of fun.
It was.
I enjoyed it.
It was good. We had some very good pulls, but we won't spoil what we got here. If you want to go and watch it, then it's on YouTube, and you can have a little replay and see what we pulled in that particular set. In that particular box, we'll put a link in the show notes to that. But we are going to start our SKC Commons review now. So, drum roll, please. We have, what is it, about 40 cards to go through, I think?
40 cards, yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
40 commons. We're not going to dwell on some of the, shall we say, weaker ones in this particular set. But we will talk about everything in some way or another. So let's begin, shall we? James, I'm going to come to you first and get the ball rolling with Anti-Monitor Mobius.
I'm reading from the physical card. It's a 5-cost fist. Anti-Monitor. Mobius says, when Anti-Monitor attacks, you may KO any number of your character dice. For each that you do, your opponent KOs one of their character dice. And the stats are 155, 266, 277. It's reminiscent of something. You mentioned fighting on the video, but isn't it something else?
Talisman of Ultimate Evil.
Right.
There you go.
That's
Quite fun, that, I think. Is there a Magneto in the previous set, in the Dark Phoenix set, that does something similar?
There is another card that does something similar. Yeah.
Yeah. So that could be quite fun, I reckon.
Yeah. No, fighting is a basic action from War of Light that said for each of your character dice KO during the attack step this turn, your opponent must KO one of their character dice.
But this lets you KO them, unlike
Yeah.
It's 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need some good when KO triggers, really.
I think there will be some, in fact.
Particularly worthwhile. And I think there are a few. I don't think there's anything as strong as there have been in the past. If there when KO'd prep dice, that'd be nice.
Yeah. We've lost a Grell, haven't we, which performed that function very nicely.
So yeah, I think we need some stronger when KO'd effects, but I do like the fact that it's a when attacks ability, so it's very easy to kind of set up. And then obviously it happens before they declare blockers as well. So if you set up enough, you can get some characters through.
Yeah. Interestingly, he's a max 3. I mean, not that you're probably going to ever want to play more than 3 5-cost dice, but it seems like they're doing some funky things with the max dice in this set. They sort of jump around a bit. They're not just the old standard. There was a time when it was basically almost always 4. This kind of hops around a bit more. But he's decent stats. He's got an interesting ability. If he can clear some stuff in your opponent's field, if they've only got a couple of things and you KO a couple of stuff, then it gives you a free hit, which is pretty good.
Yep.
Not bad at all.
It does involve clearing your field, though, which, as I mentioned on the video, is not really my speciality. I have enough time rolling character faces without just randomly KOing them. But,
I think you can play this in several ways, right? You can play it as kind of just KO a few characters on your side to do some kind of win KO'd effects, or set up as the win condition.
Yeah.
So you KO enough stuff to clear their field and then win.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing at least 5 damage if he's unblocked, isn't he? Which is pretty cool.
Yep.
could see it working with Bardi Allen, since you might only need to get a few characters through if you got rid of a couple of their sidekicks.
Yes.
Or is there anything that does the damage when you KO stuff?
Yeah, we haven't got like a
Doom Lance and things.
There's a Harley Quinn in this set that has a when KO'd.
like a retaliation
Oh yeah, nothing like
effect. No, that's
Yeah, that could be good as well.
which we last saw in. Did we last see that in a DC set?
I think there was a retaliation in Justice.
But,
Anyhow, we should have code words for when to move on. The code word for this one is move on.
very subtle.
That's clear.
All right, Ben, give us Barry Allen then, the common.
Okay, Barry Allen, The Flash, 3-cost fist, Justice League character. It has a global. Once per turn, pay a fist. If you purchase a die and fielded a character this turn, prep a die from your bag. 133, 244, 255. We've seen variations on this prep global before. There's a Lilandra, which is just if you buy a character, prep a die. The fact that this is purchase and field a character probably makes this a bit too convoluted.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you bring this, then you're more likely to be able to use it than your opponent. It's fine.
It's fine. Exactly. It's decent stats for
What's the other one in this set that has the Lilandra global, which is actually just less complicated than this? It's like one less step, but I forget who it is. Is it?
We'll come to it.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure
the
it's,
Joker's...
there's a better
Starfire.
version, basically. Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Starfire
nice.
has that.
Yeah.
I think that's too many hoops to jump through. But
Yeah, but that might make it better for you than for your opponent. But still, it's not gonna give you a bag reset early game. So it's not great.
No, unless you can't even do anything with like chalkboarding in a character turn one or something.
No. I mean, obviously there is Mr. Sinister Global that allows you to field a character.
Yeah, I guess, that does count.
And there's obviously the Batman Global in this set that enables both players to...
Yeah, to be fair, and the Collector Global as well, actually, that's not actually necessarily that bad a thing to set up. So you can Collector Global, get a character out or a psychic out of your use, and then prep them so you have the die you purchased. Yeah, that would work out as a 5. You could do that. Okay.
You could do that. It's not that bad. But
it's convoluted, which might be good for competitive play.
Yeah, but you do have to get the right amount of energy. And, we are obviously still suffering from a lack of energy fixers, aren't we, now, with the Intellect of Aragon? I think we've only got that Black Dwarf as the only one, and he just fixes...
Which is a fist, though.
Yeah, he just fixes shifts. Shifts? What am I talking about? Fists. Fists.
Which is what Barry Allen's Global is, so...
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's complicated.
All right. Peter, let's move on to the bat signal then, shall we? Now that James has declared his opposition.
It's a bat signal, Terrifying Criminals. It's a 3-cost shield action. It says choose target character die. If you damage target character die this turn, KO it and prep a die from your bag. Do we have any attune left in Modern?
Yeah, there's a few.
Do.
Could work with that, but I'd like it like one cheaper. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I think it's too expensive for what it does.
It's vulnerability, right?
Yeah, it is.
I really like that action with Tune. Yeah, I think it will work. This is okay.
I'm just looking up to see attune characters in Modern.
Yeah, I was trying the same. But all the bloody pack things are ordered by
maybe there isn't
intellectual
actually
property, aren't there? I don't think there is. There might be other pings, but I don't think that.
Oh no, you're right. Actually, there hasn't been an attune since the WWE set.
Yeah.
So
then it's not so great.
I misled the house.
Is there something where it does damage when you use an action? Anyway, yeah, okay. So we need to work out something that works with it. I suppose range would work.
Range would work. That is true. Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
There's quite a few rangy characters, aren't there, in this one?
So as a means to get rid of something bigger that you can't necessarily ping with your range damage.
True.
This would work nicely.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, it would be very handy for removing something like a pesky Wonder Woman or some sort of awkward.
Yeah, again with range, that's only when attacks, which is a bit of a problem. But you could theoretically.
But range wouldn't count. Range is not defined as a when attacks ability, though, is it?
No. Would you be able to use the range before you use the when attacks ability?
Well, it doesn't matter. Well,
I'm talking about.
You can choose the order.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could KO something. You could KO Wonder Woman with the range damage.
I don't.
And then use the when attacks ability.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about the timing on that.
What about
because they've already been declared as attackers?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah.
It's not even in the queue.
I don't know.
No.
Anyway, I think I prefer this on the basic action because your opponent's not likely to have something set up for it. So I think I prefer it on vulnerability.
Yeah.
But it's nice having the option, I suppose.
But can we just note that this is the first time in absolute aeons, it seems, that we've had an action die?
Yeah. It's been a while.
And it's a nice one.
Yeah, it is nice. And I think they're all pretty cool, actually.
I like the yellow theme. It's all good.
The translucent die, isn't it, James? That's what we're talking about.
Not transparent.
Shut up. Look, have you got the die in your hand?
Oh. No, but I know how to speak English.
Even without being
shots fired.
Tell you what, hang on. I've got the die in my hand.
Yeah.
And I can read the team builder through it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because it changes the colour.
Okay, so Batman rooftops.
Yes, thanks.
You have to do the Batman voice.
Oh, James, it's you.
Batman rooftops. I'm a 5-cost fist. I have 3 affiliations. Guess what they are.
It's energize, draw and roll 2 dice, and the global is pay 2 masks. Each player may field up to 2 psychic dice from their used pile. He had his stats meddled with, I think, didn't he? He's fists, not masks, and he's 144, 255, 375.
Yes.
I feel like they might have changed that at some point. But I like the global. I don't like anything which costs more than 2 or 3 for energize. I mean, energize is a nightmare at the best of times, but I'm not buying a 5 cost just to try and energize it.
No.
But the global's nice.
Yeah, I wonder if this global is going to be, because everyone was quite excited about this global when it first came out, but actually without Clayface, it's much less useful.
That's a good
Quite
point.
good for Thor, super rare Thor.
It is.
Yeah.
It's also good for like Hellfire, Gala, and whatever, but a lot harder to make work.
It also works quite well, and I know it's a long time before we get onto this, but I think the Mr. Mind super rare. I believe
That was Danny's suggestion.
I'm right in saying, that he's a 2-cost mask, and it says when Mr. Mind deals combat damage to your opponent, you may put that Mr. Mind dice into your reserve pool on an energy phase. So you could then get two masks after he's done combat damage.
Oh, I see.
And the rare Black Widow has a good energize effect. Anyway, that you want to roll for energize. So yeah, I can see it, but it's not as consistent.
No.
Or repeatable.
So to interrupt. His original stats, when this was first spoiled, he was a mask, and it was 1-3-4 instead of 1-4-4, 2-5-5, which is the same, and then 3-6-6 instead of 3-7-5.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
I like the 7-5 a lot better.
I wonder what happened behind the scenes.
We really need to rebalance Batman.
I like the energize effect. It's just not. Energize just isn't repeatable enough.
No. Well, particularly, as James said,
Not
kind of
consistent.
It's a nice bonus if you miss the roll, but that's it.
Yeah, maybe if you want just a beefy 5 cost with the global, I guess.
Yeah.
With terrible fielding costs. Yes, next.
For sure. All right, Ben, give us Big Barda.
Formerly of Apocalypse, 3-cost fist is a new god. 1-3-3-1-4-4-2-6-6. So decent stats for a 3-cost, although you can say that about a lot of these characters. The stats seem to have gone way up. But anyway, ability, ignore all non-combat damage dealt to Big Barda. So if range becomes a problem, I suppose this is a good solution as a blocker for range. Is the main utility for me. Any other non-combat damage we need to worry about?
Well, there's things like Thor and, ability damage from Super Rare Thor. And
but are you going to ping, but just don't ping Big Barda, ping your opponent?
Exactly. Yeah, probably not.
Fair enough.
Probably not.
But yeah, decent stats for a cheap character and an in-draft solution to range, which I think is probably going to be decent in the draft.
If it was ignore all combat damage dealt to Big Barda, she'd be amazeballs.
Much better, yeah.
Or all damage.
Shouldn't be amazeballs.
Wow, she's got great. I mean, the 6-6 for a 3-cost is pretty tasty.
It's all right.
So,
Can I just point out that the Apocalypse, I assume that's a DC character, is spelled Lips. Just to make it a bit funky, and with a K. And the way it's spelled, it just makes me think of somebody who's got really bad cold sores. Oh, man. I've got such apocalypse. Anyway, next.
Thanks for that, James.
Moving on.
Peter, it's over to you for Bizarro.
Yes, Bizarro Arctic Vision is a 5-cost shield character. He says, when fielded, put a stun token on an opposing character card. He does not have great stats for a when fielded ability. He's a 155, 276, 287. So those are some tasty stats, though.
Yeah, they are.
It's a pretty beefy 5-cost, and he has an added ability, putting stun token. So it's okay in draft, I guess. Stun tokens can be really annoying, but it's not repeatable really on this one.
What do stun tokens do for the benefit? Because we haven't seen stun tokens.
Oh yes, if there's a stun token on your character, you cannot block with that character or attack, and you can pay 2 generic to remove the stun token.
Yeah.
And the important part is you can put as many stun tokens on one character as possible. I think I've once had 5 stun tokens on.
Oh, that is so annoying.
Yeah, which means you have basically a dead character. Although it still has its ability, I suppose.
Yeah, all it can do is just sit there.
Yeah.
Is there anything that copies when fielded? Because there's a Mr. Mime that copies quite cheaply when attacked, so I suppose we'll come to that. But is there anything in any of the modern sets which copies when fielded for a more reasonable price or more KO'able ability?
Yes, a Supergiant, I believe.
Yeah.
Supergiant, yeah.
She has the set.
Yeah.
That's not the one with the regenerator, hopefully.
It is,
yeah.
They all have.
Okay.
Right. Which is kind of annoying.
And I'm not sure she's much cheaper. I think she's a 4 cost.
Yeah.
This
Bizarro.
And you can KO either of them with a Dark Phoenix Global, so I suppose that's not an issue necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is because
Except
they regenerate, right?
Well, for her it is, but for him, I mean, you don't need
Yeah, sure, yeah.
The fact that he's got those stats doesn't matter too much.
No, apart from the 2/2.
Yeah, the fielding is a bit
harsh.
harsh.
Level 3.
Yeah,
Although, if you have that Deadpool that makes 2 fielding characters free field. Just saying.
Seriously underrated.
Super rare Lois.
Yeah.
That's true.
We might have.
Yeah.
Anybody who's got that
takes care of that.
would be...
Or the global that makes the first character you field cost.
Yeah, but that's
nothing.
still...
Jimmy. Is it Jimmy?
I think there's a Jimmy and a Robin or something.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's actually decent. I wish stun tokens were on cheap characters, but...
Yeah, that could
Not
get
really.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a stat flip global on Bizarro again, and I can't understand why they didn't put it on.
Well, there we go.
I want a stat flip global, full stop.
Yeah.
He was on Bizarro in the last set, so
Yeah.
this one too.
Well, why don't you move us on to Blue Beetle, James?
Blue Beetle, armoured up 4-cost bolt with a Teen Titans affiliation. If Blue Beetle would take exactly 1 damage, instead, re-roll that Blue Beetle die and prevent the damage. He's got stats 031, 141, and 144. And the best thing that I can say about that is fielding is quite good. I'm not really fussed on that. It's a very specific ability.
Yeah,
Counters range.
And it's absolute trash on his level 3.
Too right. Yeah, so he gets blocked by a sidekick, and you're re-rolling him,
And you have to re-roll
and
him.
then he's disappeared. It's so irritating. It's a very, very, very peculiar ability.
I'd
wonder
rather
if
have my characters KO'd than go to energy.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it's range. If it's facing range 1 from multiple opponents, then it could.
I know, but then the big bardage is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something in the back catalogue somewhere, maybe in All Out Golden,
The Bat catalogue.
which might make which might make this interesting. You can do 1 damage to something for some effect.
Yeah.
For some reason that might be good, but I don't know.
Yeah. Probably
This
evolves.
is a prompt candidate for the pants keyword. Moving on.
All right, Ben. It's over to you, and it's Booster Gold.
Maybe the longest subtitle ever.
Yeah, it's very long.
The future's most famous superhero. 3-cost mask, Justice League character, 133, 144, 254. Decent for 3-cost. If no opposing character dice have fast, Booster Gold gains fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. Is there a lot of fast going on? Probably not, which makes this mean it'll have fast, which is okay.
There's not much fast.
Fast is a bit of an underused keyword, to be fair. And with Booster Gold stats, it might be decent.
It could help stop Overcrush if it KOs something.
That's what I was thinking. Because obviously fast deals the combat damage before your opponent deals combat damage. So you could remove an Overcrusher before it can do its overcrushing damage.
Yeah.
Which might be good. I don't think this is bad.
There are a handful of characters that have fast in this set, but other than that, there's nothing else in Modern that has fast currently.
Yeah, as a defensive piece for an Overcrush, it would work as a surprise pick for a competitive event, maybe.
Yeah.
Although if everyone starts using that, then it becomes useless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone could
Wait, what did it say actually?
someone could spend all that time getting their super rare Mary Shazam up to like 18.
What
attacks.
happens if you
What
both
happens if you
have
both have
booster
booster
gold?
gold?
Yeah. It gains fast, it loses fast. It gains fast, it loses fast.
Good point.
It needs to say other, right? It's going to have to be errata to say other. Although then other would still be booster gold.
Yeah.
Your opponent's booster gold.
It's
I don't know how they'd word that.
Yeah.
Clarification needed.
No one else played booster gold, and I'll play it.
And then it'll be fine.
Can we just entirely skip Brainiac 5?
Well, we have to at least read it, Peter.
There's nothing to
All right,
read.
Brainiac 5, Lost in Time, 3-cost mask, knows nothing ability-wise, trash stats. Move on.
Well, can I ask? So there's the full art Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
Have we seen that in the wild?
not me.
Are we seeing a full art of these other blank cards then?
No.
Okay, so it's only the Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I think it's not
There's
until
a couple
Secret
of
Wars.
In the
cards.
future, in Secret Wars, we'll get full arts for all the blank cards.
Okay, so there's a blank Brainiac and a blank OMAC, I think.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there were full arts of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, Peter, I think because that was so short, you should do Connor Kent.
All right, Connor Kent, a few tricks. 6-cost shield with the Superman, Super Friends, whatever affiliation. When fielded, put a stun token on an opposing character card.
Ah, that sounds familiar.
Yes, we've had that before. Once again, not the best stats for this sort of ability. He has 155, 277, 388. So it's hard to repeat, but juicy stats, I suppose.
6.
Yeah, it's 6. So I would go with the Bizarro over this any day of the
Simply
week.
because it's one cheaper.
It's one cheaper and it has better fielding costs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Otherwise, he's pretty bad, isn't he? Let's face it. Okay, while we're on the subject of bad, James, why don't you do Dark Side?
Dark Side. I'm guessing that would
We
be
are in a bit of a fun club.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
This is a lull. Yeah.
4-cost fist, villain affiliation, very nice artwork. He has a global, and it's pay a bolt and a fist, deal 1 damage to target character die, and lose 1 life.
That is
it gets
terrible.
worse with every iteration. I think 1 was okay. 1 was reasonably well balanced. This is
Pay a
a
bolt
step too far, in my opinion.
and lose a life, yeah.
And he's got 143, 254, 365.
Ouch.
Enough said.
Yeah, he is terrible, but his art is very nice. I feel like you'd almost pick him in draft just because he looks so great. If you forgot to read it,
Maybe if it's a foil.
yeah, for sure. All right, Ben, over to you with Dr. Fate, who is Mr. Funky when it comes to stats, isn't he?
Yeah, we got a good one though. Dr. Fate, Helmet of Fate, 4-cost fist with the Mystics affiliation. That funky stat line is 002. Yeah, 2 zeros. 032 377. So random, very strange. And his ability is quite bonkers.
You ain't
as well.
proxying that die, are you?
No. When Dr. Fate attacks, he gets plus X attack, where X is the attack of one of your character dice that is not attacking. So if we can get him on his level 3, you can add probably a pretty tasty booster to that attack. But even on his lower levels, there's a combo I have in mind, which we'll get to when we get to the rare cards, which gives it some good stats. Anyway, I like it. I think it's shenanigan-y, interesting. You probably, I don't know what level you really want to roll this on, because 377 is still like a lot of energy field.
Yeah.
If you're going to have Mr. Fate, what's his name? Dr. Fate, beg your pardon, on your team, you probably want one of the spin-up globals. And there's one on Supergirl, for example.
Yeah.
So you'd want to roll it on one of the lower 2 sides. And then
or mutation global or something.
The way you can spin up one character.
and then you have to spin it up twice.
I kind of want it on level 2. Well, actually, I don't mind. I want to pair it with Rare Superman. We can get to it.
Or Super Rare Lois Lane. He's like built-in Parasite, isn't it? That's what I want to say. Which is cool.
It's a pretty cool ability.
It is a very cool ability and very team makeable. That's not a very good term. Makes you want to build a team around it.
Yeah.
A centerpiece to a team.
He's teamable.
Inspirational.
Teamable. Inspirational.
Yeah, no, he's cool and will be a lot of fun, I think. Yeah, particularly if you can add other stuff. Or maybe it just has to be adding the attack of all your characters that have been stunned by Connor Kent and Bizarro, because all they can do is just sit there. But they can.
Yeah,
Well, I'm thinking
that's
about
fair.
I'm personally thinking about the Storm that when fielded, you can make something with 3 attack or less unblockable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you make him
then,
unblockable and then give him a massive stat boost with.
and then you
whatever
spin him up.
character.
Oof,
And then you spin him up. Yeah.
Ooh,
That could be
that
interesting.
could be nasty. That's very cool. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
I like that.
You don't even need rest, Superman.
No way. No, you don't.
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, just spin him up. Okay, that's a really good. That's an even better team than I thought about. Okay,
Nice.
so you just need something with really good stats that just sits there doing nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This guy and a Storm.
it's cool.
It's like you need Starro on level 3.
Well, even with Storm's attack's like 3 attack extra, right? That's still 10 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 plus
And
3.
is there a static field global currently in Modern?
Wow. Okay.
No
it's
such
not.
thing.
There is not. Yeah.
No one steal that team idea.
We have to cut this from the episode.
Oh, this is the good stuff. We can't leave it out. All right.
Another good stuff.
We got one Helmet of Fate followed up with someone with unimaginable bloodlust, but he's another good card. Peter.
It's Doomsday.
Yeah.
He's a forecast bolts with the villain affiliation. He says, at the beginning of the game, choose a character die's name, and when fielded, KO target character die with the chosen name. And he has a global. Pay bolt, target character die must attack this turn.
Yeah.
He has the 043155277 stats. So that is some very specific removal. He's fairly cheap
He is.
for those
For
stats.
4, yeah.
And it is very nice. If you know something might be trouble, you could just name them and KO them later with Doomsday. And the global is always useful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like this. Has potential.
He's got some very good removal. I mean, presumably, if you wanted to, you could name something on your own team.
Yes, I guess.
You wouldn't necessarily have to.
Oh yeah, that's good.
You wouldn't necessarily have to KO something on your opponent's team.
You could choose himself.
I mean, presumably, if he could choose himself, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to KO myself. He arrives in the field, punches himself in the face, and immediately falls to the floor. It's perfect.
Excuse me, I'm just going to go away and evolve into something better.
I know. I hate to come back to Dr. Fate. I just had an
What?
idea.
Okay, go on then.
You know, Parasite
Mm-hmm.
that James was talking about. That it gives attack to someone else.
Yeah.
Could you use the Parasite's global to give this the Parasite's attack, and then also take Parasite's attack again?
Yeah.
Because you could use
Don't
like
see
the
why not.
truce in Golden. You could use like the truce. The what was the pump global on villains?
Outsider. Yeah, outsider.
Outside of global on Parasite, pump it, give it to Dr. Fate, and then take it off Parasite again. So you can get plus
So
10.
every fist is +4.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Anyway, sorry. Doomsday's really good as well.
Yeah, but
Just while you're back on Dr. Fate,
Oh,
sorry,
no.
if you wanted to nick somebody's attack, I was just looking at the best in Modern, best 3-cost stats, because there's a big jump from 2 to 3 cost in terms of stats. And you can get 8 on top level from
Supergirl,
Supergirl and
yeah.
Orion
Yeah.
for a cost of 3, and 7 from Starro, which you mentioned, and even Big Barda and Ms. Marvel have 6.
6.
So that's pretty good. That's on the top
It's
level.
pretty
But,
nuts. Like we
Supergirl
said,
is
it's
5,
very.
7, 8.
It's something you want to build a team around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
yeah.
But this Doomsday also very good. Like on-demand removal of one character that's going to be the most problematic,
Yeah.
especially when we have like
Until
Typhoid
you
Mary
name
and
Wonder
Drax. Yeah, that's
No
true.
Wonder Woman, and then she makes you sad.
But then he also has the.
No, he's a win
what's-
fielded, so Wonder Woman's not going to be KO'd.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
That's
what I
what it
mean.
means.
So if
Yeah.
you named her, you would regret
But
it.
then you also have the forced attack, which is a secondary piece of removal, right?
Yeah, that works on Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I really like it as a removal tool. I think it's going to be see a lot.
Nice
of play.
art sorts.
Now, just to be clear for the rules lawyers, if you name a character that's on both your opponent's and your own team, when you field Doomsday, can you choose, or do you have to specify which character?
No, you have to specify which one.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Good to know.
you'd have to specify the
Because they're
start of the
different
game.
characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Good, thank you for that. All right, well, Doomsday is good, and now we are on to General Zod, and James, it's your turn.
General Zod, Drew Zod, 5-cost bolt with a villain affiliation. When you use an action die, General Zod gets +1 attack and fast until end of turn. He's a 1/5/5, 2/6/6, 3/7/7. Also awful fielding. He's a 5-cost. There are better versions of him. Blah. No need to dwell.
There is a better version. That is true. The fast is pretty cool, though. It linked with something like the bat signal. That's fun.
Dobre. Okay, fast is cool. We've said that.
If you use multiple actions, you can get multiple buffs.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Not worth the cost.
All right.
No.
Okay. Well, James, you will have your wish, and we will move on to green kryptonite. I'm interested that they've decided to say what color of kryptonite it is, because I don't think there is any other kryptonite in this set, is there?
Yet.
Yeah. So green kryptonite, and Ben, it's your turn.
Green Kryptonite, Shards of Krypton, 3-cost bolt. It's a non-basic action die. Deal 4 damage to target character die with purchase cost of 4 or more. Sure. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, damage source, I think maybe would work if you had a character you wanted to KO for some reason that you didn't just want to use Dark Phoenix for.
Yeah.
I think bringing this with the expectation of being able to use it on your opponent isn't particularly a good idea. It's fine in draft again. It's a nice way of clearing stuff. But yeah,
but I think 4 is not going to be
Four's
enough
not
for most.
Yeah, exactly.
no,
4+ costs, so it's just.
I quite agree.
Listen to this sound. There you go. Next.
What was that?
I was maybe
Him
putting the card
down.
on the pile.
Do we want to
Oh,
know?
I see. Yeah, I was excited when I saw green kryptonite because I thought, "Oh, kryptonite! How exciting! We get something cool back." But then I was disappointed because it turned out to be very lame. All right, Peter, back to you, I believe, with Harley Quinn.
Yes, Harley Quinn, Bright Lights, Big City, a 1-cost mask character with some tasty stats. She is a 0/2/2, a 1/3/3, and 1/4/4. So this is a vanilla card, but the best kind of vanilla.
Yes,
the proper vanilla.
it is.
And it's this. I think the best stats in the game for a 1-cost.
I believe that's what the Von der Velde scale told us. Wasn't it?
I think I did the math. It's amazing. Go.
This is the whole game, you mean, like including Golden, because there's probably not too many other 1-costs in Modern. Right? This is the whole game.
The whole.
Yeah.
I mean, stats per cost, best card in the game.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that even is close is Morphing Jar, isn't it? In terms of in terms of having stat, and his stats are not quite as good, are they?
I know he's 1/4/3 on top level. I think he's 2 attack on level 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah.
It certainly is.
Agreed.
Very, very good.
But boring to talk about.
Not much to say really. I mean, obviously she will very much miss Clayface, though, wouldn't she? Because everybody was thinking that combined with Clayface, she was going to be.
It would have been nuts.
Yeah.
In Golden, I expect to see that get a lot of play.
Right,
Yeah.
It'd almost be obligatory, I think. But yeah, you're right.
Man, on that Lantern Ring team, wow.
What we don't yet
I will say that if anyone's labouring under the misapprehension that all of those common cards are full art, they're not.
No.
Because I'm holding one which is it still looks very nice, but those full arts that you've seen spoiled must be something like full art textless basic action cards in their rarity, or even more rare.
Yeah, we don't know because I've not seen anybody actually pull one yet. As far as
I don't know if anyone.
Rob has a couple.
Does he?
There's a couple.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he has 2.
Well,
He
someone's
opened
going to
about
talk to
How
Rob.
many dozen boxes did he open?
Yeah.
I think he may have opened 8 boxes
Wow.
to get those.
Okay, so that's like one every case then, on average. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, which is similar to the fat packs, isn't it? So they must be that sort of rarity. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's answered that question. James, it's over to you with Hawk Girl. Hawk Girl.
Hawk Girl,
Yeah.
brilliant technician. There's a 2-cost mask in it with a Justice League affiliation. While Hawk Girl is in your use pile, if you roll 2 question marks, you may field Hawk Girl at level 1.
Level 1.
She's a 022 level 1.
Yeah.
A 022, a 133, and a 144. Well, she's a 2-cost mask, which is just generally a good thing. I mean, I know Clayface is not a thing anymore, but it's always attractive. Good fielding, good stats for a 2-cost. And the ability is gravy, really. But it's like the katana, but I think that only required 1 question mark.
Yeah.
If I recall. True. But still, it's pretty good. Although rolling 2 question marks is a bit of a stretch for me, I know. But I like it.
It's a nice bonus.
Yeah.
This would have been so good in Green Lantern, though.
Yeah, right.
Yes. So he's the one who
that's a shame.
who gives Justice League characters the ability to do damage based on energy in the reserve pool that matches their energy type, right?
Yeah.
But
it's a max 5 too.
Rotated out. Yeah, it is a max 5. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I don't know.
I think that works better. Yeah, the max 5 I think is quite good for. Although I'm just looking at the Super Air, it does not have a max 5.
No.
Okay. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's very solid, I think, and actually will be nicely sought after in draft.
For sure.
Because she's got some good stuff going.
Good one.
On Ben now, Hawk Girl to Hawk Man.
Okay.
I mean, it should be Hawk Boy,
Man.
really, shouldn't it? It's a bit Hawk Woman and Hawk. Exactly, yeah. Hawk Woman and Hawk Man, or Hawk Girl and Hawk Boy, but not Hawk Girl and Hawk Man.
Don't gender people.
I'm not gendering them. I'm just saying there's a name.
Hawkman, Archaeologist, 3-cost bulk, Justice League, 022, 133, 134. So not quite as powerful as the Hawk Girl. If
Girl power.
Yeah.
If you fielded a non-psychic character die besides Hawkman this turn, Hawkman gets +1 attack. Sure. Global, pay a fist. When you attack, your character dice can't be the target of action dice or global abilities. So, very powerful global, which has been rendered fairly useless. Which is nice because it's a broken global. For now, I suppose. Yeah, we're going to get static field back eventually.
Yeah, it's bound.
I think it's Secret Wars.
It's distraction. It's in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
It's coming.
So, yeah, that global's really good. The secondary ability could be interesting. In tandem with a Storm that we talked about when fielded. Become blockable, then field a bunch of characters. Or something like the Jubilee, where you ping for every character.
But it only works once, right?
Yeah.
If you
it does.
If you pass 10.
So midfield, okay, fine. Okay, so, no.
Yeah, no. Next.
Not that great. Hawk Girl, better in every sense. No. Hawk Boy, really, I think you should call him. Just for.
Will you run this over? I think I'd still run. You still run the Gladiator over this, right? The Gladiator is way better as well.
Well, definitely his ability is like 10 times better. Yeah. Jolly good. Okay, Peter, bring us Jimmy. Oh, it's great to see Jimmy back.
Yeah, Jimmy's back. Jimmy Olsen, photographer, 2-cost fist with the Super Friends affiliation. And he can't be targeted by opposing global abilities.
Well, that has some.
Yeah, I mean it's not amazing, but you can. It is okay. We've seen better Jimmys.
You can't pay 3 fists, 3 bolts, and 3 life using the dark side global to ping him off at will.
Oh no, that's ruined my team idea for Jimmy.
It has 001 fielding though, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean...
Cheap dice are always useful.
Yeah.
The only thing he does give you is a Super Friends affiliation, which I think is relevant.
That could definitely be relevant.
For...
He must have better versions.
I'm sure we'll see better Jimmys.
Yeah, we're going to come to a character later on in this episode that where this Jimmy is kind of relevant, but he's pretty useless really otherwise, I think. Let's not... dilly-dally on Jimmy and move on to the Joker, James.
Oh, I put
Nope.
the Joker in my cards. I put it under T.
Oh dear.
Because that's how the team builder does it.
Yeah, it is how Team Builder does it.
Okay.
I'm going to do Jonathan Kent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go
Stick
on then.
with the team
Go on
builder.
then.
Jonathan
I'm
Kent,
gonna have to
son of
remember that.
Superman, is a 6-cost shield with the Super Friends affiliation. It says Jonathan Kent cannot be targeted by opposing action dice or abilities. A bit like Supergirl of old, I think, maybe, when people were using that against something or other. And is just rubbish, really. 155, 277, 388. It's a bit like Connor Kent. Is that his brother? Just rubbish. No thanks.
I know.
You go with the Ring of Magnetism.
No, because that's banned in all formats.
Yeah,
So
and he's a
it's not-
Well, I'm
6
just
cost.
saying.
Yeah,
And there are better cards to use with that.
he is awful.
Well, if you don't want to get bogged down and wondering,
yeah.
Lex Luthor,
I've got that,
new Superman, is a 3-cost shield with the what the hell's that affiliation? The Bra affiliation.
The Justice. Is it the Hall
No,
of...
it's the Villains of Doom.
Oh,
the Hall
right.
of Justice. No, the
Legion.
Legion of
Legion
Doom.
of Doom.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
DC fans. The Legion of Doom affiliation. While Superman is active, Lex Luthor costs 2 less to purchase. And he only costs 3 at the best of time.
Yeah.
He's 014, 015, and a 126. That's a bit tasty. I'll let Ben talk about that because that was quite good.
Yeah, he's really good. Making him cost 1 with the rare Superman, which I suppose we'll get to, but is probably maybe Dr. Fate, just reading it again, thinking about it. But the rare Superman is definitely one of my favorite cards in the set, and it makes when Superman attacks, you can give target character die plus, or not plus, 6 attack.
Yeah.
So suddenly Lex Luthor goes from a 1/4/1/5/2/6 to a 6/4/6/5/6/6, only costs 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, very strong with that combo in mind, which they obviously had in mind because they call this new Superman and they call the rare Superman something to do with Lex Luthor. Which someone in chat was talking about the other day.
Dano said there is lore connecting the two.
There is, yeah. So
House of L.
very cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
As that combo, I think actually just if there's good Supermans, making this 1 cost makes it very decent as a blocker anyway.
Yeah.
It would be good with a stat flip.
Oh,
Really good with the snap flip. Yeah.
Give us a stat flip.
please.
What about his Secret Wars?
Make it happen.
Ant-Man in
Although not in that rare Superman combo I just talked about, that would the stat flip would be
No.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Ben, James jumped in before it would have been your turn to talk about Lex Luthor, so you can read us Lois Lane.
Lois Lane Army Brat 2-cost Fist Super Friends affiliation 0111012 so free to field in every level. While Lois Lane is active, your Superman dice get +1 attack, +1 defense. Again, it's good that she's free fielding. I like that in a character always. At 2 costs, just get her for the energy, I suppose. But I'm going to live on die, probably on how good Superman dice are, giving a character that is already pretty beefy, +1/+1 is not that big a deal. But as a cheap character, we don't have, because we have so few sets currently in Modern, I think throwing this onto a team where you're going to use Superman anyway probably is not a bad idea.
No.
So I like it. I don't think it's incredible. I think it's fairly middle of the road, but is fine.
Yeah, it's in the so-so bracket. I would agree with you there. Peter, let's move on to Mary Shazam.
Yes, the Wisdom of Minerva, 4-cost bolt with the Mystics affiliation. While Mary Shazam is active, when you field a non-villain character die, spin it up 1 level. When fielded, the next Shazam die you purchase costs 2 less. She has 144, 254, and 266 stats. I guess we don't have that. The other Zatanna anymore that spins stuff up when you field it.
No, we
so
don't.
you could use this for that purpose. I don't know if you're going to be able to buy a Shazam even with 2 discount after you field this, though,
Not sure.
because you have to pay 2 first. But if you can negate the fielding, then maybe.
The rare is okay though, isn't it? Isn't that the range?
The range 2 one, yeah. I mean, he's basically the others. The Shazams are 5, 5, and 7 in this set, but the 7 gives all your active character dice range 2, which is really great.
That is pretty great.
Yeah. So if you could buy that for a bit cheaper, then that's going to be good. And I guess combine. If you fielded her, and then that'll give you a 2 reduction on Shazam, and then if you Dark Phoenixed her and KO'd her, then you get a 4 reduction on your Shazam. But it's it's quite convoluted, isn't it?
All right on a Mystics team. Very good on a Shazam family team. Next.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
Yeah, in tandem with the free fielding of like the Super Lois Lane.
Yeah, exactly. You would need something like that to make this worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, James, it's over to the anthropomorphic turd in the form.
Are you calling me an anthropomorphic turd? How dare you?
Mr. Hanky.
Over to James.
No, I'm obviously
Mr.
talking about
Mime.
Mr. Mime.
Howdy ho!
Wildlands Native is a 3-cost mask with a Mystics, also with a Mystics affiliation and a villain affiliation because he's an evil turd.
He's two-faced, obviously.
When Mr. Mind deals combat damage to your opponent, you may put that Mr. Mind die into your reserve pool on an energy face. Is that the one you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, well, it's basically the same ability.
Aha. And he has a burst ability on a single burst. There is only that one. Mr. Mind gets +3 attack when your opponent has a character die with 4 attack or greater. And he has odd stats 1/1/1, 0/1/1, and 2/1/1 with a burst.
Is that Mystique stats or something?
Yeah, it kind of is, yeah.
I don't know what to make of that. I'm sure somebody could do something with that.
No.
Fill 2 sidekicks, maybe? I don't know.
The thing with it...
I could do something that not buy it.
The thing with it is that his fielding costs really make him a pain in the neck in a way.
I hate it.
Yeah, because you have to... And you have to get combat damage through in order for it to actually work. And it feels like that's not always going to be very easy.
But the worst thing is, in order to get the benefit, which is effectively getting 2 masks, you have to have fielded it. So the only benefit you're going to get over just rolling the 2 masks and keeping the 2 masks is that you may
get
do
1 damage.
You've done 1 damage.
Whoop-de-doo.
At most 4 damage, but then you already spent 2 energy.
Well...
And your opponent can just negate that with the psychic.
But then you do that 20 times, you win the game. That's all I'm saying.
No, but so the thing is, you can't even use it with the rare storm on the top level. I suppose you could spin up. It's just so rubbish. It's just
he's too funky for words, I think.
Yes.
He's too clever for us, Mr. Mind. Yes.
Yeah, we just don't understand him.
He is.
Yes.
All right, Ben. Well, why don't you give us Monsieur Mallah?
Monsieur Mallah. War Against Humanity, 3-cost fist villain affiliation. While there is a mask in your reserve pool, Monsieur Mallah gets +2 attacks. So he's 022, 023, 245. And then obviously that would be a 4, 4, or 6 attack stat. Which is fine, probably the worst version of the Minky.
Why'd you call him that?
That's what Inspector Clouseau calls his monkey.
he's not a minky.
He's an ape, I know.
Is he French? Not Inspector Clouseau. Monsieur Malin.
I don't know. It's Monsieur.
Monsieur is
that's
French
why I'm
slang.
asking. Yeah.
Monsieur Minky.
And
Right.
why is he
Logical
carrying
steps.
a revolver and then a brain in a jar on a stand? I don't understand. What? And
Anyway.
wearing a beret. And
Yeah.
why has he
Well,
got?
that's French, isn't it?
Why has he got bullets on
I'm
his?
surprised he hasn't got onions around his
Why
neck.
is he?
He's Rambo.
Why is he?
Where's this baguette?
Why has he got bullets around his torso that
Rambo.
probably won't fit in his gun? It doesn't make sense. And
Apologies to our French listeners.
Anyway, yeah, whatever.
And
There's
our
better
gorilla
versions of him. Good stats. Okay in drafts. Easy to have a mask in your field reserve pool.
particularly if you got Mr. Mind.
Yep.
2 words.
Not at the right time, though.
Au revoir.
Yep. Let's move on to an even better card.
OMAC, Peter.
Project Cadmus, another 3-cost fist character. He has no text. He is a 133, what?
Yeah.
What are his stats?
He's a 133. Yeah.
Interesting. And a 255.
Very funky.
No. Thank you. I'll
Nope.
pass.
Yeah.
No. It's just no.
Not even worth saying anything about, really, is
That
it?
seems fair.
If you really want a 3-cost, 3-attack, 3-defense character, he's probably your best bet.
Yeah.
OMAC's your man. Or
Indeed.
rather, what is it? A construct. OMAC is your construct.
Exactly, yeah. All right, James.
He should have had Fabricate, really, shouldn't he? He should have had the Golems. He's a construct, that would have been good.
Yeah, I mean, they have brought back a few old keywords, haven't they, in this?
They just
With
bring
range
back
and
Fabricate.
stun.
Bring back Fabricate.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And a stat flip, please. Orion,
Yes.
raised by Highfather, is a 5-cost bolt with a new Gods affiliation. He has range 1, and he has a global, which is a spin-up global.
Yay.
The same as the one on Supergirl, I think. Pay a fist, spin target character up 1 level. All right. His stats are interesting, I think. This is a 5-cost, but it has a cheaper version. They're 155, 166, 288. 88's a lot, isn't it?
It is a lot.
I don't think this is his best version, but range, yeah, sure. There are better ones, but it's mildly interesting.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, range 1 for a 5-cost is kind of okay, isn't it? But there's definitely better stuff. The weird thing is, there are 2 versions of this global in this set. Pay a fist, spin target character die up 1 level. All 3 versions of Orion have this global. And also Supergirl, she also has it, but exactly the same. It's even the same energy. I don't understand. So we've basically got this global in this set 7 times. Exactly the same global. Pay a
If I'm
fist.
not mistaken, neither one of those characters is a fist.
No, that's right. Yeah.
He's a bolt and she's a shield.
Yeah, it's really peculiar.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's all there is to say about him. So let's move on to Parademon. Ben.
Shock Troops, 3-cost bolt, villain affiliation. It has 021, 022, 132, so a fine stat line, I suppose. And it has Swarm, which is quite a nice ability.
Yay.
In general, not brilliant, but okay. Don't mind it. In draft,
Swarm
again,
has a good
easy
feel.
enough. Yeah, I like Bolt Swarm. I think there's a better version of Parademon to come. But this is a fine, and I like the fact that it's cheap to field.
Yeah.
If you need a source of bolts, this is probably a pretty good one, especially in the limited format we have currently.
Yeah. But I always feel like anything more than 2 for a Swarm character is too much.
True.
Yeah, and this has a really good ability. I mean, we saw that with the Kang. The 3-cost Swarm just became too much, really.
Yeah.
But then that had a much higher fielding cost, whereas this doesn't. So it doesn't matter if it gets KO'd all the time.
No, not at all. Should we do?
I'm not a fan of the art.
Oh no, you are most certainly not.
Peter pointed out that it might be a zoom in to something much bigger, which might be cool, but it looks a bit play schooly to me.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. But we don't talk about art on this show, do we, James? So, Peter, let's move on to Parasite.
Yes, Parasite, Joshua Allen, a 2-cost bolt character with the Legion of Doom affiliation. He has some pretty cool art, actually. And his ability
He's
reads
Vecna.
He is like Vecna, yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
So his ability reads, when your opponent has a shield character die in their field zone, Parasite gets +2 attack. And he has 022, 133, 234 stats. That is very specific, but it's 2 costs. But he's only max 2. I don't like it.
I know, why give him the max 2? That's so bizarre, isn't it?
That is bizarre, yeah. Yeah, the max 2 is a really strange... I mean, you can see why, on like Psylocke in the Dark Phoenix set is a max 2 because she gives stuff over Crush. That's a really great ability. This is not a really great ability, so why limit it to only 2? It doesn't make much sense.
Indeed.
Well, let's not spend any more
If
time.
it works though, 153 is pretty good stats for 2 cost.
Yeah, but I mean, your opponent just won't use any shields unless they really have to.
They might not have any shields. You don't know.
No.
I know, but if you think about like Drax is a pretty massive card. Pip the Troll is a pretty massive card in current.
Yeah.
It's not that unlike. It's not like shields are useless.
No, but then
True.
I'm not bringing a 2 cost that I can only bring 2 of unless it's really great.
Anytime that your opponent, you have to rely on your opponent bringing something specific.
Yeah. Bad plan.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter. Poison Ivy. Pivy returns.
All right, that's a 2-cost mass character, but once again with the Legion of Doom affiliation. She has Energize, field a 0 attack and 2 defense plant token. And when Poison Ivy would be KO'd, you may instead KO a plant token and heal all damage from Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
So that is pretty cool. That is a useful Energize ability on a cheap die.
Yes.
I like it. She has low fielding 0/0/1, and she has 1, 2, 2, 4, and 3, 6 on her attack and defense. So yeah, it has a bit. Yeah, I like it. I think it should be able to stop Overcrush as well if you have a plant token.
Yes.
So that is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you probably need a couple of them in rotation there if you want to be able to do that.
That would be ideal.
Because
yes.
Energize is not, as we've talked about, is not always that reliable. And obviously, if you put one in the field to prevent big fat overcrushers, you're going to obviously want another one that you can hopefully energize with, so you can actually get the tokens. Because obviously, her ability is totally useless if you haven't got any tokens. But
I guess if you can buy them early enough, you can buy her turn 1.
Yeah.
And then not put her in the field until you actually need her.
Yeah.
You could maybe get away with one, but they're so cheap that if you just need some masks anyway.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
Good with probably that
birds in the background.
Probably good with that Batman. Probably with that Batman Global.
Can you recognise any of them,
Gala where you're
James?
trying to stall.
Sorry.
Yeah, from the fan shaped tail on the right. Sorry, Ben. The fan shaped tail suggests Raven to me.
Oh,
certainly
right.
Corvid family.
Nice one. Ben, sorry, what were you saying?
Speaking of ravens,
No.
Daughter of Darkness. I'm really sorry. Did you want to say something?
I just said it in the Hellfire Gala team where you're using the masks for Batman Global. She's probably a good one to stall out with.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Well, let's quickly move on before James starts talking about birds again. James, give us Raven. Oh, no, it is Raven. Now we've actually got to talk about Raven.
We get 2 birds in a row coming.
I'm going to get 2 birds with one
queued
stone.
Yourself up
I
there.
know.
Raven. Daughter of Darkness, 4-cost mask with a Teen Titan affiliation. While Raven is active, when you purchase a non-villain character die, you may pay 1 generic. If you do, add it to your bag, and Raven gets +2 attack until end of turn. Stats are usual Raven stats. I think 013, 124, and 135. People have complained about the lack of ramp in modern, and it does cost 4, which is a bit of a thing. But I don't know. It's a nice ability, isn't it? It's not even prepping it though. It's going to your bag, but you get the bonus of +2 attack.
Nice bit of churn.
It's all right. It's all right. That 4 though. I'm not going to use it, but
it would require a certain amount of management, I think, in order to line up your bag to use this well and correctly and consistently, so that you don't end up just chucking it into a pit of dice and it disappears in there, never to be seen again.
I reckon there's going to be pits of dice left, right.
Yeah.
Trying to buy 6 and 7 costs with limited ramp. I mean, I know you've got Dark Phoenix and what's his name, Mr. Sinister, but still, trying to buy 6 and 7 costs and then not being able to reset your bag is going to be horrible.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like the idea of an ability that is kind of a bit like Chalkboard or Becky Lynch in terms of getting access quicker to something that you've just bought. But and obviously the fact that your opponent can't use it is pretty cool, but it requires you to jump through a few too many hoops, I think.
I mean, the fact that, because theoretically you get the buff as well multiple times as well, right?
Yeah. As long as you buy stuff.
Practically probably not.
No.
Might be useful to set up the swarm.
I will say Harley Quinn is not a villain.
Ah. Right.
No, actually not. Okay, I dismissed her off the top of my head, but yeah, okay.
So you can buy that
So
for one.
You can buy a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not.
Right.
That improves it slightly. Nice one, Peter.
Yes.
Not bad.
But he does worry about how you get
terrible.
Raven through.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to.
Yeah.
Not terrible, not great.
Yeah.
Next.
So
Indeed.
Ben, it's Robin.
Robin, a team
Another
leader.
bird.
2-cost shield. What is it, another bird? Teen Titan and another Teen Titan. Teen Titan affiliation and the Bat family. It's 022133243. It has energized. The first Teen Titan you purchase this turn costs 1 less. Nice stats. Nice. I suppose the 2 fielding on level 3 is a bit annoying. But the energized ability is okay as well. There's not particularly any Teen Titans I'm very excited about. But this is a good one, especially in Golden maybe. Although there's other Robins available. I don't mind it. 2 cost is good.
2 costs for a 5 attack on level 3 is pretty.
4 attack.
It's 5.
Hang on, yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to say no. They've changed the stats. They fiddled with the dice on Batman and this one. Some of the spoilers have the original. Was it World's Finest stats, which are like much more aggressive and with weaker defense.
Right.
So 031, 142, 252, and then the newer versions and the ones which actually appear in the set are the more balanced stats, but less aggressive, but they still have the same logo. So it's whichever the other Robin was, but with the wrong logo. So it's 022, 133, 243. I like the other stats better because I'm aggressive.
Because they're bigger. Oh, so
the
the team, because obviously I'm reading it from the team builder. You guys are actually looking at the actual cards, aren't you?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have the Robin comment. I'm looking at our spoilers page, which I never noticed, but it has 2 of one type and 2 of the other.
Ah, interesting.
Ah.
Okay, very good. Oh, that makes him.
The dice are We've checked the dice, haven't we?
I couldn't
Doing dice handy.
Well, interestingly, I think we only get one Robin in the whole of the.
I think so. Yeah.
Just the one.
It's very peculiar. Someone was making the point that they thought the distribution in this set was a bit all over the place, and
ours was good though. I thought ours was totally.
we got a good. Well, I don't want to spoil the video for people who want to go and watch it, but we did get.
Anyway, this Robin is okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
There's not enough good Teen Titans probably.
Yeah.
Unless you really want that Blue Beetle for free.
I don't think you're going to.
You do not want that.
No. Peter, Shazam.
Shazam, Power of Hope. 5 costs mask with the Mystics and Justice League affiliations. He says, when fielded, roll the dice you spent to field Shazam. Prep any of those dice showing energy phases. He has a 155, 267, 377 fielding. So you could spend up to 3 dice to field him, I guess. Yeah, and you could buy him for 3 with the Berry Shazam. And then it gets interesting. Terrible synergy with the super rare Lois Lane, this one.
Oh, yeah, who gives you free fielding.
And you're going to be really
Well, actually,
3 cost fielding.
The Super Rare Lois Lane you choose, right?
Do you get to choose?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to field one of them.
Let me check. Once per turn, you may field a character die for free. Yes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So that's still good.
Yeah,
So if you don't have the energy to pay for it, you'd field them for free. Don't get the ability, and if you do, you could maybe get some ramp out of it.
You could also re-trigger Energize, right?
Yeah, that too. Field some plant tokens.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Shenanigan-y.
It is.
Too complicated for James.
Absolutely.
There's one of those things where
Not smash facey enough.
I might use it if someone works out a way to use it. I'm sure there are clever ways to use this.
Yeah.
I can belatedly confirm that Robin's dice are the more balanced version, the 1, 2, 3, 0, 2.
Excellent. Okay, thank you, James.
Because I found that. Yes.
Very good.
Next.
Okay, well, shall we?
In your head, it works quite well though, right? Like pay 3 dice and then suddenly prep all 3 of them for next turn.
Yeah.
No. I
And then
don't
in
want to pay
practice,
3
it's
dice
not
to
gonna
field
work out.
anything.
Even if you can prep them
Bloody
next turn.
Shazam. Yeah, no, still no. No. I don't
Because the
want
ideal thing to
to
do,
buy bleeding
this
Shazam just
this
so
is my
I can
plan,
pay 3
okay?
dice to field him.
I have 3 Black Widow dice. I roll all 3 as energize. I spin down 3 of my opponent's characters. I then spend 3 of those energy, 1 from each die, on something else. And then I pay the 3 remaining energy from each die to field the Shazam. Then re-roll all 3 Black Widows. All 3 of them roll energize again. I roll down 3 of my opponent's characters and then prep all 3 of those dice.
Spectacular.
That is good.
Easy.
The chances
like
of doing
it.
that
Look at
are 3,720 to 1, I think.
Never tell me
As soon
the
as you
odds.
get hold of the infinite, as soon as you get hold of the infinite improbability
Nice one,
drive,
Peter.
that's going to come off really well.
Yeah. Yeah. But, well, it sounds good. In reality, I'm not sure how often that would happen.
In reality, Starfire.
Starfire, yes. James, it's you.
Is it? You just said Peter, but I'll do it. No Nonsense Warrior, 3 cost bolt with a Teen Titans affiliation. Recruit. Recruit is a keyword I don't even understand because nobody ever uses it. Recruit a Teen Titan character die. Might be all right. Global. This is the simpler version. Yeah. Pay a shield once per turn. If you purchased a die this turn, prep a die from your bag. So you no longer have to have fielded something, which was on the early doors one, whatever that was. And she's got the regular stats. The die looks the same. 133, 244, 255. Well, I don't know. What does recruit actually do?
It's
when
if you
convoluted.
if you do combat damage with this die, you get to get to field a level 2 character.
Yeah, so you have to have it in your, but you have to have it in your use pile already, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I only know that from Jason's zombie thing. That was quite good, actually. It was good when the sidekicks had recruit. Or what was it? Yeah, zombie sidekicks, and they recruited other zombie sidekicks or something. That was really good. But Starfire recruit.
No.
Global's good.
Yeah, decent.
Other than that, not up to much. All right, Starro. Now, this is a funky one. Ben.
Starro minions, 3 cost shield with a villain affiliation. More funky stats 011, 022, 277.
Yeah.
But if you roll Starro at level 3, you have to re-roll Starro.
Ooh.
So that's not just once, it's every time you roll him level 3, you'll have to re-roll
Double
until you get not level 3. When Starro attacks, you may take control of up to 2 target sidekicks your opponent controls, and those sidekicks must attack.
All right.
So, you basically have a 1 in 3 chance of rolling a character, because you can only field it at level 1 and level 2, and then you have to work out a way to spin it up to the 277, which is where the money really is.
Yeah.
But there are globals for that.
But there are
7 of them,
lots of
as
globals
we've
there.
talked about.
Yeah. One is coming right up
Yeah, exactly.
on the next card.
And then being able to remove blockers is very good.
Yeah, that is good, yeah.
A really decent card.
And if you, there are some cards that give sidekicks +1/+1, for example, and you know they could turn into a force to be reckoned with. And if you have the Bardi Allen, they really turn into a force to be reckoned with.
Starts stacking up very quickly.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
4-character swing with Bardi Allen.
James is
really nice. Yeah.
You can. I can almost hear the cogs in James' brain.
It's gonna be
I
an
don't
aggressive
have
character.
Bardi Allen. I don't have. We don't have Bardi Allen. But what we do have, spoilers, is the Mr. Mine that copies a when attacks ability. So that's and it only costs 2, whereas Bardi costs 7 or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I say keep that on your team just in case they have Bardi Allen and hope you survive
fair
the
enough.
first swing.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Or beat them to it, and then you have this and the Starro, and then you have some cheap characters, but and you'll be doing a lot of damage.
It's very.
Do they not have
cool,
to have
It's very
Bardi?
cool.
Anyway, yeah, we'll come to that.
Yeah,
when that time comes.
they'll need it active.
This is really good. I wonder if this might be. This feels like it might be like one of those cards in draft that everybody looks for first.
I do wonder. I think it might be like very, very strong in draft, but actually doesn't play out quite well enough in modern competitive. A bit like the Morph, maybe, where it just kind of ran draft.
Yeah, but removing two blockers.
Yeah, it's really strong.
Really cool.
Yeah, but in Constructed, I feel like there's ways that are better than this.
Yeah, but early doors. If you get to roll it, say turn 3.
You can do that 7. I mean, get it out quick enough that you can hit them for 7 and then they're on the back foot. Right?
Well, and it could be 9 if they've
they've got
a couple of sidekicks
9,
in their field zone.
Batman Global. Let's not forget. Give them the sidekicks and then take the sidekicks.
Yeah.
Take them Batman
Actually,
give it,
that's
and
a
Starro
max.
take
That's
it
a
away.
max. They don't have to fill them though.
No, they don't. No, that's right. Yeah. No,
But they might fall for the trap.
they might.
Just once.
They might.
Yeah, just once. Could be enough.
I think maybe it's a little bit like the strike, where you can probably set up, the effect strike. You can set up that one time, and then after that, it's much more difficult to set up.
Yeah,
Once you go a few rounds, your opponent will have stuff to stop this.
true that. Okay, let's move on to Supergirl, shall we? Which, Ben, I was extremely excited about when I first saw this card. And now I'm feeling slightly less so, I have to say. But go on, tell us what you think about Supergirl and what she does.
So Supergirl, Kara Danvers, a 3-cost shield, Super Friends affiliation. I'll look at her stats in a second. But while Supergirl is active, opposing psychic dice get +1 attack, +1 defense. Bad, I suppose, if they have Starro.
Yeah. Oh.
And it has the global pay a fist, spin target character die up 1 level.
Yeah.
But in that trade off, or rather, where you're giving their psychic +1 attack, +1 defense, you do get for 3 cost a 155, 277, 388 character.
Yes.
Cool, blimey, governor.
Cool, blimey, indeed.
Supergirl.
Much, very, very exciting in the spoilers until we actually got the set in hand and realised that everyone else has really good stats.
That's it. Exactly. That's exactly it. I was like, when I first saw this, I was like, this is bonkers. The stats are insane, off the charts for a 3-cost. We've never seen it. It's like, what the heck's going on? And now we look through the set and every other card seems to have 8 attacks somewhere or something ridiculous.
Not for 3 though.
Well, Orion. Okay.
Well, Uncommon Orion, 3-cost bolt with 155, 166, 288.
Yeah, those 2.
Yeah.
I know, but 288 rather than 388.
And there's Dr. Fate with his blooming 7/7.
Super rare Lois.
Starro's on. We've just talked about Starro. He's on a 7/7 on for a 3-cost.
Dr. Fate is a 4-cost, I think. Big Barda has top side of 6.
Yeah.
And after that, you're down to Barry Allen with 5. So then it's not quite as...
I think my thing would be... No, it's still good. And Super Friends affiliation can be useful. I don't like the fact that you give your opponents sidekicks +1/+1. I think that's worse of a trade-off than the Orion, which we'll come to.
I like the art very much on this guy. I like it.
Global's really good.
And the global is very good with Starro.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe it's one of those cards you just bring along because you want to use the global and then you happen to have 3 energy. And
they'll field their sidekicks because they think they'll get a buff from Supergirl, but then you don't field your Supergirl and you just steal their sidekicks.
With Starro. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Naughty.
Starro's best friend.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on to Superman, shall we? And Peter, it's your turn.
Superman Last Son, 4-cost shield character with the Super Friends affiliation. While Superman is active, your opponent can't target your lowest lane character dice.
Oh, no.
And also, you can't field Superman unless you control 2 or more Super Friend character dice.
More bad news.
More bad news, indeed. And he has worse stats than Supergirl.
Although we're supposed to appreciate
the fielding is better. So, girl power, once again.
Yeah. That's right. But he's only a 4-cost.
I don't know. He's only a 4-cost.
Red 4-cost.
But it's you need 2 other Super Friends in the field first. It's just so many hoops.
Yeah.
Nah.
I suppose you want to protect the Super Rare Lois Lane.
Probably, yes.
But
if you've got the Super
But then they'll
lane,
target
you
your
don't care
Superman
about
first and
fielding
then her.
costs. You don't care about fielding costs, and then you won't have Superman. You'll have Supergirl or Orion instead. So no.
He's not going to stand for it.
It's a no from me.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm out.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we need to jump back to the Joker now because you people seem to have put the in the alphabetical
It's in the
order.
title.
The
It's in the team
Joker.
builder, that's for
It's
sure.
in the team builder.
What?
Are there Jokers that are not called the Joker?
Don't think so.
Also in number order according to the WizKids number.
Yeah,
all right,
that
all
that
right.
is more important.
That's the bottom line.
All right. Well, James, it's you with the Joker.
The Joker, toxic immunity, 3-cost shield with the villain affiliation. When fielded, each player loses 1 life. Aha, so we're on a sort of running theme of negative effects compensating for something for like low costs because your average Joker's a 5-cost.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing is, like you never bought Joker for the stats, really, did you?
No.
I mean, he has good arse, but you bought him for the effects, and this doesn't really have a good effect. So,
No.
but it does have the global, the villainous pact global. Pay a mask once per turn during. Oh, sorry, hang on. These days, the Magneto.
That's
global,
it, James.
Excuse me.
We still have villains
During your
back.
turn. That's true, but keep up with the times. And all. During your turn, if you have no dice in your prep area, you may draw a die and place it in your prep area. No, I think there's better for if you want that global
Uncommon is sick. Let's go to it.
on a card character card. Then there's a better version of Joker. So
The uncommon is really good. I like it a lot.
Well, we'll talk about that in the Uncommon episode and move on to Wally West, Ben.
Faster than Superman. It's on a card. It's official. 3-cost fist, Teen Titan. If Wally West is the first die you purchase this game, he costs 1 less to purchase.
Yeah.
And he has fast. And he's a 133, 244, 255. Probably makes that booster gold a bit pointless.
Trash. Yes.
Is booster gold better statted? Maybe. Fielding cost wise?
No.
Maybe.
Is it 112? No, 122? This Wally West is pretty good. Everything we said about booster gold applies to this. And then he could also be a 2-cost.
Yeah, the first
oh
one.
my god, it's got exactly the same stats except it has 1 more on defense on the third side, and
so-
it just always has fast, and it gets a discount.
Yeah.
And so why would you ever buy booster gold unless you really wanted a mask for the same purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like the fast. I think it's useful.
Yeah.
And it feels like he'd go nicely with Barry Allen, wouldn't he?
He'd go nice with Barry Allen, wouldn't he? Yeah.
The one that buffs everyone. Because he's nice cheap stat. He's nice cheap dice. Nice cheap stats. Gets a boost. They're running fast together. It's gravy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good.
He's really cool.
Nice speedsters.
I really don't like cheap characters that have 1-2-2 fielding though.
Yeah, that is
Oh, it
unfortunate.
bugs me. But Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But then you have to buy a 4-cost first, and then
Oh, let's not start this again.
Super rare lowest line.
yeah.
Okay, finally, Peter, Wonder Woman, Diana Prince.
Yes. She's a 3-cost mask character with the Justice League and Super Friends affiliation. She only has a global that says pay a mask, change the target of an action die that targets a character die to the character die of your choice. So we've seen this before on Storm in Uncanny X-Men ages ago. It was pretty relevant against that other Kryptonite. I don't know if it's super important at this time, but it could be useful.
Yeah, bat signal.
And
Could
so
be
it's pretty
annoying.
decent stats for a 3-cost. 033, 133, 257. 135, sorry. So, yeah. It's not the Wonder Woman people are going to bring,
No.
but it's still pretty cool.
Is there an action die that makes that really relevant?
Arctic Breath, I suppose, is useful.
There might be some.
Arctic Breath deal, puts a stun token on a character. Redirecting that's pretty decent. Some buff type actions.
Mind
which are
control takes control of the
non-stop.
target character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Banishment.
Well, maybe.
There's a few things,
Nothing that you would
nothing
desperately
particularly.
put it on your team for, right?
No.
No.
But it could be irritating.
Especially
Unless
when,
you wanted to. If you wanted to protect yourself against Too Big to Fly, which is KO target character though with attack 5, but we're back in Ultraman territory, really, aren't we? That was the reason for it.
Well, especially when the other Wonder Womans have this global anyway. I don't know why you go for this one.
Well,
Yeah.
you might not have them, but
Yeah, so
That's a good reason.
I know, but you're at least
suppose.
going to have the uncommon, right?
Yeah, but if you don't have that one.
yeah.
Sure, if you have nothing
If you
but this
really
one,
want this,
and you really want to play,
common, then this is the card for you.
Okay, that's
And-
it.
but-
That's it. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call us to order.
Yeah.
And that is it. Those are all of the commons in the Superman Kryptonite Crisis set. What's standing out as our favourites? Ben, what are you picking?
Dr. Fate
Just like that, Dr. Fate straight up. Peter.
by a mile.
Yeah, I think Dr. Fate could be the most fun out of these. So I'm going to have to agree with Ben for a change.
Whoa, Peter, James, you're picking Connor Kent, aren't you, or at least one of the Kents?
No. You know what? I like that Supergirl. I just like the artwork on that Supergirl, and I like the stats. So I'm just going to put that to be different.
Can I give a shout out to I like the bat signal. I think that's decent.
That is good.
And the anti-monitor early on that we talked about.
Doomsday is also cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Doomsday is good.
And
as well,
Starro. I mean,
It's
come
not
on.
huge.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Star.
yeah.
I'm going to go with Star.
yeah, there's a few bits, but
Starro is cool.
the commons are fairly mediocre.
Yeah, Poison Ivy's all right, but yeah, generally not too much excitement, but a bit of shenanigans in the common.
Yeah.
Indeed, there is. Well, what did you think? What commons are your particular favourites? Do let us know. And if you think we've overlooked anything or any decent combos that you think might have been worthy of a mention that we didn't think about, then do drop us a line by using the contact details at the end of the show. But we will move on to our next segment. Okay, so it's just the AOB to round up, and we've just got a bit of tournament stuff to mention, haven't we? And I think the first thing we should mention is big, exciting news. Dice Fight XL Episode 3. Thank you. 3. Chapter 3, Installment 3. Dice Fight XL the third is gonna be coming to a webcam near you. It's an online tournament. It's going to be taking place on the 27th of August. Time to be confirmed, but probably around 5 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. Central European time, and then obviously other earlier times in the day if you're
Sometime
over the
in
other side of the Atlantic. But it's going to be an online tournament, and it's going to be a straight up modern dust up. So if you fancy a bit of dice action on your webcam, it's going to be a bit more extended. Obviously, we have the Thursday night Dice Fight event that takes place every week, but this is obviously going to be longer. That's normally only time for 3 rounds. Hopefully we'll play a few more this time. James, was there anything that you wanted to draw out about the event?
Just that the point of Dice Fight XL is, it's shifted to a Saturday, so hopefully more people can play. If there are more people, we can have more rounds, and it's generally testing grounds for new metas. Or that has been the case till now. Last time we allowed proxies of, I think it was Infinity, was it? Or was it? No, it was Dark Phoenix. Maybe.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it was.
Yeah, we were way ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
way ahead.
that was in
Way
about
ahead.
2016, I think.
But this time it's the new meta, and it's just a few weeks ahead of Worlds, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is. It's
Memphis
3
is
weekends.
sometime in September.
It's 3 weekends ahead of US Nats / Worlds in Memphis on that 17th of September weekend. So
come and do some testing, people.
great chance to see how your teams are shaping up and to find out what things might be a goer on that particular big weekend. Do take part.
And
Dice
still
Fight
time
XL.
to change your mind after you've failed miserably.
Or
succeeded.
do a total smoke screen and play something that people might not expect.
Test out your B team. Just come and play. I think that could be, I don't know, I'm terrible at organising events, I have to say. Really bad at marketing. But I think that could be a good fun good fun occasion.
It's going to be free, right, James?
Yeah, free. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not particularly, honestly, as an event organizer. I know that some people like prizing and stuff, but I hate posting it all out. I really do. I think events. I understand people have different priorities, but the point of it is to test out the meta and have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm not particularly getting involved with prizing, particularly. So no bloody prizes and no entrance fee either.
Good stuff. All right, so that's 27th of August. Put it in your diary and do come and join us. Other than that, we've got Dice Fight going on the 14th and 21st of July, the normal dates. James, am I sending
Dear
you?
God, I am quickly going to that
for
page.
the page. Should I feel for a moment?
You've caught me with my pants down.
Well, I mean, you've got your webcam on, and thankfully I can see that's not true. But
it says double single affiliation
on the 14th.
On the 14th, which sounds good. That's silver. Wow, we might have to invent some more categories. That's shinies onwards, and orange is like sort of competitive, but not massively competitive. And then the 21st says Spider-Man team leader. I'm going to have to take this up with the guys because I have
don't know what that means.
Probably should have asked about that. Sorry. We will ask about that and get back to you. That's golden and orange.
Good stuff. So
fun.
That's the normal Dice Fight taking place on Thursday evenings, 9 p.m. UK time, etc., etc. All you need is a webcam and a link to the Discord server, which we'll put in the show notes. Do get involved with that little community if you can. Also, we should mention that the guys at Breath Weapon X are holding Breath Weapon X Fest 4, I believe it is, on the 30th of July. So if you fancy a bit more online dice action, you can get involved with that. That's another Saturday. And Peter, the format, do you know what the format is?
Yes, it's going to be a single character, but you can use multiple of the same character from different sets.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's like a multiverse thing, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
You can have
madness.
Only one character? Or...
Yeah, so you can have World's Finest Batman and Justice League Batman and whatever versions of Batman there are, all on the same team for a change, something which is usually not allowed.
Yeah.
But you can't have any other characters?
No, just the one.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot of Batman and a lot of Black Widow.
I think Black Widow's been banned.
Black Widow is
banned. She's just way too strong.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man might be too.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And Jubilee.
That sounds fun.
That'd be good. Bring your Hulk. That's what I say.
Get your Hulk on.
All your Hulks. Yeah.
Oh, Doctor Strange.
There's a lot of Hulks,
come on.
but oof.
Oh, that could be cool. Alternatively, just play 6 versions of Vixen. Even if there is such a
There's
thing.
only the one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sadly.
Extra prize for anybody who does that.
You could just bring, common Vixen.
Exactly. That's all you need. All right. Well, that is the 30th of July. Do get involved with that. Again, we'll put a link to it. Quickly, Peter, how is the team up, bust up thing going? Your team pack. Your team pack dust up, whatever you're calling it.
Leader of the pack.
Leader of the pack.
Leader of the packs, indeed. Yes, I think we're finishing up with the third round. I think we got many of our predictions wrong about where the packs would end. So that's interesting.
I haven't played my third round yet.
Okay, and Ben is always slowing things down.
I actually have you messaged Nick. So.
Yeah, but I think we've changed our plan for the one-day final event for this because that was going to be on the 16th.
Yeah.
But people are having trouble attending that, so we might do that with single-week games as well and stretch it out a bit. But we still need to figure that out.
Cool.
But yeah, it's still good go many ways. Some of the packs have underperformed, others have overperformed. So that's nice to see that you can't judge a pack by itself.
No, you certainly can't. It's all down to the pilot at the end of the day. Is this what you're saying?
Or unblockable Ant-Man and just not doing anything about it.
Oh dear, yes. Oh, no.
So spam.
That's an unsettling laugh. I think, Ben,
I've bought every single character on my team.
Yeah, have you?
In the game?
Okay.
Including Citizen V.
Nice.
It's actually one of the heroes of the last game. But yeah, mainly it's just been get Ant-Man out and then just spin him up and then attack and unblock.
Good. All right. Well, very much appreciate you putting that together, Peter. And it sounds like people have been having some fun, even though there have been. I heard talk, and I don't know if you can confirm this, but I heard talk that there was a 4-hour match that took place.
No.
Is this true?
There was apparently, but the players enjoyed it, so it's all good.
It was by mutual consent, apparently. So
Yeah,
all pounds.
Good. Yeah, so sometimes
it reminds me of my first games of Dice Master when I was just starting out. It was not uncommon to have 2-hour matches.
Well, yes, that's probably I can appreciate that. Yeah, I can appreciate that. So anyway, I'm glad that people enjoyed it. Good luck with the rest of that tournament. Okay, well, that is the end of this particular episode. But we'd like to hear from you. We'd like to hear your thoughts on the commons, and if there's anything particularly that you want to pull out, any combos that we missed, or what are your favourite common cards in this set, do let us know by using the contact details of James.
Hello. Wait.
Hello at dmunited.eu.
It took you a moment to find that, I feel. But you got there in the
I had to channel for a minute.
You do, yeah. Very good. Yeah, if you want to email Batman, then use that particular address. But if you enjoyed this episode, it'd be great if you could leave us a nice review. Don't forget to subscribe using your favourite podcast app so you can be the first to know about a new episode when it's dropped. Otherwise, that is it for this particular episode, and we will see you again next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.